And welcome back to Familiar Problems, where familiars write in and talk about their problems. I'm your host, the great and powerful Nim, and I've still got a few letters to open. So if you send a bird to me with your bad tidings, it's time to perk up your ears, pretty. Let's see. This correspondence comes to us from Endangered Species. Endangered writes, I've been with my wizard for a while now. We first got together when he was an apprentice and he was still figuring out his specialty. He eventually settled on evocation, partly because it's flashy and destructive, but also because it lets him stay as far away from the action as possible. He doesn't extend me the same consideration, though. Anytime trouble gets within 20 feet of him, he hands me the spell and tells me to leap into the fray. Even if no one's rolled initiative yet, he tells me to go scout ahead. Dark caves, nasty swamps, dusty dungeons, it's always my job. What do I do to make him grow a backbone? Well, my heart goes out to you, Endangered. There's nothing worse than being stuck in a work relationship with someone who will throw you under the cartwheels as soon as it gets uncomfortable. With that said, you've got a few options here. If you want to try to salvage your partnership, demand he start using protection. Mage armor, shield, bark skin, etc. can make you a tiny missile and keep you safe while you reach out to touch someone. If he doesn't want to meet you halfway though, misbehave. When you find threats, don't tell him. When he gives you a spell to deliver, don't. A couple of broken ribs, and I guarantee you he'll see the benefit of mutual cooperation. Next! Let's see here. Dear Nim, I've been with the same cleric for years now. Oh, that's rare. We don't get a lot of divine play around here. We've been in the field for a long time, and we've grown very close to our compatriots. I do my best to help, but I never feel like the spells I'm delivering matter. Now, I know my mistress values my aid, but with everyone else doing their part to fight, I can't help but feel like I'm just the party mascot and cure dispenser. What should I do to step up my game? Sincerely yours, Good Touch. Okay, so, before we get too far into this one, I just want to point out this is a common woe for those who play support. Too many times we focus on the glory hounds rather than acknowledging that this is a team sport. With that said, you've pretty much got two choices on this one. First, ask your mistress to pray from some hurdy spells. I'm no arcana expert, but most gods have one or two nasty things followers can ask for. This means you're reducing support for everyone else, though, and putting yourself in danger as a bonus. I'd recommend the second approach personally. Instead of feeling bad that you're not up front doing the hitting, ask how many times your friends would have died if you weren't there to catch them. And if you like numbers, do some tracking. Ask how much damage your friends do because of the spell you delivered that made them stronger or faster. And compare how many points you heal to how many they hurt. Some people are good at dishing it out, but without friends to give us the good touch, we won't be able to take very much. Think about that the next time you get down on yourself. Alright, I think we've got time for one more. Oh dear, this one looks serious. Dear Nim, long-time listener, first-time writer, but I don't know who else to turn to for this one. I've been with my whiz kid ever since his first course, and we were always tight. He never held anything back from me. He graduated middle of the pack, but done is done, and we've been making our way in the world. He went through a pretty dark time in his third year with a lot of controlled necromancy and ritual summoning, but he cleaned it up and left it behind. Thing is, he's been acting funny. He always leaves me behind at the inn when he goes shopping for spell components, and lately it seems like he's taking more and more dangerous jobs. We've had a lot of close calls, and he's done some things that weren't necessary to hold up his end. He's always apologized, and he says he got carried away, but it doesn't even sound like he believes it anymore. Most sincerely, Wicked Worry. Well, Wicked, you aren't going to like my advice on this one. In all honesty, you should take your boy to a paladin and get his alignment checked. Then you'll at least know if he's in deep with the dark stuff. If he's not, it should be easy enough for you to talk things out and patch up your holes. If he is deep, though, you've got a hard choice to make. Because bringing someone back from the dark places is hard enough when they want to come back. If he's happy being there, though, you either need to go with him or cut him loose and hope the imps don't eat him alive. Well, that's all I've got for this week. If you're familiar with problems, or you just have a problem with your familiar, drop me a line or leave a comment below. I'll be answering your questions next time, so don't be shy. Also, if you like what you're doing here on Dungeon Keeper Radio, then subscribe to the channel and tell your friends about us. We've also got a Facebook page you can follow if you want to stay on top of our latest updates. And lastly, if you want to help us be the best we can be, head over to our Patreon page and toss a little love in our tip jar. Even $1 goes a long way. That's all for me. See you next time.